Wassalamu alaikum. ThakitaThakita. Welcome to episode 322 of Konnakol 2020, the video series in which every day of the year I show you something about Konnakol, the wonderful vocal percussion tradition of South India. I am Carlitos from Slovenia, and today is the 17th of November, which of course means is the double anniversary of the birthdays, let's say, the double birthday of both my sister-in-law Maya and my niece Sofia. So happy birthday to both of you. I know you're looking. Anyway, today we are starting a new series of abhiprayams. If you follow this channel, you know how much I love abhiprayams, or let's say abhiprayams that focus on a particular phrase length, because abhiprayam really means a concept, but in this particular case, it means like an exercise, right? So we're starting a new series in which we will pick one formula for an abhiprayam series, and then we will run that formula by the phrase lengths from 3 all the way to 10. This is exactly how we always do this abhiprayam series. The difference is that this one, it is in rupaka talam. This is only the second such abhiprayam series that we've had in the channel. And that it is performed, even though it's rupaka talam, which means that it's a much shorter series, we have time to perform it in 3 different nadai. In chaturashra nadai madhyama kalam, in tishra nadai kalam, and in tishra nadai madhyama kalam. So we're going to see how that works. But I really like this particular series that, you know, if I might say so myself, I created, because it is short and simple, but really tricky for those phrase lengths that are odd numbers, such as today. So today we are starting with something more tricky than what it would be tomorrow, for instance. So finally, this is the first chapter in a series of 9 episodes, because we're going to go systematically from the number 3 to the number 10, and then we're going to have a practice run. So without further ado, let's take a look at the structure. Pretty simple is the structure. We have 3x at the top, then 1x, 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 and then again, the third line is 1x, 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 but it is in bold, and the last line is 1x, 1x, 1x in italics. And as you know, I hope that you know, every time that you see a change in styling, it means that there is a change in nadai. That is a convention I use in my transcription system, and episodes 300 and 301 explore my transcription system, so you can go check those episodes out if you are curious. So, but of course, these x's don't mean anything until we apply a value to x. And today's abhiprayam focuses on the phrase length for 3, which is ta-Thakita. So that means that when we apply this formula, we get the final structure of 9, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 in a different nadai, and 3, 3, 3 in yet another nadai. And let's take a look at the performance down here below. So the number 9, you probably guessed it what it is. It is Thakita over 3, meaning that it is Thakita. We have many cases, many examples of doing this. Then the first group of 3s is ThakitaThakita, and then the next one, it is 3, 3, 3 in bold, right? And that is because we are changing the subdivision to only 3 subdivisions per beat, meaning that this is performed as ThakitaThakita. And then the last trio of 3s, it's performed at twice that speed, or in a subdivision of 6, and it's performed as ThakitaThakita. So let's take a look at the transcription. The first thing you'll notice is that these are 3 avartanams. Remember that rupaka talam has only 3 beats, right? So each line has 3 beats. That is 1 avartanam. And then you can see we have the bold text and the italic text. And honestly, this transcription is not good. No, we cannot go with this, because take a look. Let's try to read it, right? So it is ta-Thakita, Thakita, 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 Thakita. You see, it's not clear because you don't know where the dashes, where the gaps are when you switch the nadai from 4 to 3 in the middle of a beat. Because let's take a look at the second avartanam in particular and the second beat, right? You have kita, and then in the middle of that, because it has 4, right? We have 4 aksharas. So we have kita, the first 2, and then we have half of that beat to start a new subdivision that is now in 3. But what we see there is ta-Ki. So how exactly do you map that ta-Ki in, which are 2 beats, into effectively 1 space and a half? So 1 space and a half is never a good idea. It's never clear enough. So what we're going to do is to change this transcription. We're going to write it like so. So what have we done? While we are still going to perform the phrases as I explained just now, that means that first in a subdivision of 4, and then subdivision of 3, and then subdivision of 6, we are going to write them, the subdivision of 3 and of 6, with the same resolution. That means that the moment we switch to the lower nadai, we're actually writing that into the higher nadai of 6 subdivisions per beat. That is like increasing the resolution in a picture, let's say. And with that, we can clearly place all the necessary dashes so we know exactly how to perform this. And again, this is going to sound exactly as it is supposed to sound, but with these new resolution, with this higher resolution for the transcription, you're never going to have a problem. You will never have to guess where are all the beats and all the dashes and all the gaps. You just read it and it's immediately understandable. So even though this is still an abhiprayam that has 3 different nadai, we are writing them in 2 different nadai anyway. So now that it is clear, or so I hope, I'm going to perform this again at a slower tempo and with you, hopefully. But if you need more time, you know what to do. Pause the video, study this at your own pace, and when you're able to perform this, you return, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And now, let's go. Taka dimi, taka junu ta ki ta Thakita, 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 de. Trust me, when you know where the beats land and where they are, it all makes a lot of sense. But of course, you need practice for this. And again, this more difficult way of starting the different nadai will only happen in the odd number phrases. So tomorrow we are not going to have this difficulty. It's going to be much easier. But I'm going to see you tomorrow about that. Today, that's all for today. So let me know what you think by using the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube comment boxes, or by sending me a message via my socials displayed here. And don't forget that I'm hosting a Facebook Live question and answers session on November 29th. Yes, that's a Sunday. You're going to see all the details next to me now, and that's all. Thanks a lot for watching. I have been Carlitos from Slovenia, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.